I'm going to be ranking the best buyout cards right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 of the top buy now cards currently in the game. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below your guys' favorite buy now cards, and if you guys don't know what a buy now card is going to be any card under 100,000 MT that you can just go right buy off the auction house. But if you have to bid on a card, cards like Luka Doncic, Bull, Yao Ming, Vince Carter, you have to go ahead and bid, 200k, 300k, 500,000 MT to actually get the card. But a buy now card is going to be anything under 100,000 MT. You can just directly buy off the auction house, don't have to wait and bid on a card. So these are going to be the best of those cards under 100,000 MT, and I'll be ranking them from S all the way down to D tier. But looking at the first buyout card here on the tier list, buyout and buy now are the same thing, by the way, because I had one comment asking what was the difference between a buyout and a buy now. The exact same thing. But yeah, Jonathan Bender I do think is probably going to be somewhere in the B tier category. He's a really good all-around small forward, still being 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. He's going to bring great size to the small forward position. He's an average defender. He's a good defender just because of his size, but his defensive stats and badges are pretty average, but his size does make up for it. Offensively, though, a really good offensive small forward, 92 3 ball, 90 mid-range, 91 speed, 91 acceleration. He's really good at finishing around the basket with a 95 driving dunk, 97 vertical. He's got Hall of Fame bully, fast switch, feels finisher, limitless takeoff, posterizer. Jump shot is super money with the Montrezl Harrell base and the Trae Young upper on quick timing, and then also does have the Trae size up and the Steph Curry escape. So really good all-around sigs, for Jonathan Bender. And I do think for a buy now card, he's going to be somewhere in the B tier category, only for about 15 to 20,000 MT. Now talking about the Galaxy Opal AK-47, I think he's most likely going to be somewhere in the S tier category. He's still one of the best two-way cards in the game, and the fact that he's only 25 to 30,000 MT is crazy good value for a card like Opal AK-47. He's a small forward, power forward, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. We know AK is still going to be one of the better defenders in the game with a 97 block, 97 steal, 98 lateral quickness, 98 perimeter, 94 interior defense. He's got tons and tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges. Jump shot can have the O'Shea base on very quick timing. He's got the Trae fade, the Trae dribble sigs, the Kawhi Leonard defensive stance. All around, AK-47 is still one of the better small forward cards in the game, and I do think is probably going to be a top 5 to 7 buyout card currently in the game. So I do think he's going to be in the S tier category. Bam, I'm gonna probably put in C tier. He goes for about like 50 to 60k, I do believe, for his Dark Matter playoff card, and I'm typing in Cam. Bam, I think he's around like 50 to 60k for his playoff Dark Matter version. He's a 6'9" power forward, 7'2" wingspan. He's going to be a good defender. He's really athletic, but his jump shot is very questionable and also doesn't have like the greatest dribble sigs in the world, and he's just a little bit undersized for the power forward position. So I do think Bam's going to be somewhere in the C tier category. Cedric Maxwell, I'm going to go either B tier or A. I think I'm going to go B for now. I think he's kind of on that same tier as a Jonathan Bender. I do like Cedric a little bit more at small forward, but Jonathan Bender, because he's 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan, can also play that power forward position at a decent high level. But Cedric's more of just a small forward card. He's going to be 6'8" though with a 7-foot wingspan. And the main thing about Cedric Maxwell really just comes down to his jump shot with the O'Shea base and the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing is such a knockdown release, especially off the dribble, and really good in the catch and shoot. So Cedric Maxwell, I do think is probably going to be somewhere in the B tier category. Luol Deng, I might put in A tier just because of his two-way ability. The fact that he's 6'9" at the 2, he's got great defense, he can handle the ball, he's got a good jump shot, and he can also play small forward. So he's got really good versatility at that small forward and shooting guard position because he's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. I think Patrick Ewing probably also going to be in C tier. He's a really good big, just looking at his stats, his badges. Like, he actually looks like to be a top tier power forward in the game, being 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, amazing stats and badges. It's just his jump shot really does let the card down. In my opinion, it's so hard to agree with. It's a super slow jump shot. I still think he's going to be in C tier because of his size and his defense, but I just don't know if you can put him any higher than C tier just because of that release. I think Ousmane Dieng probably going to be in the B tier category. He's a 6'10" point guard, 7'2" wingspan. He's super cheap, only like 10 to 15k. but he's going to give you great value at that point guard position because of his height and wingspan and his defense at that point guard position. But Marc Gasol, I think you probably got to go A or S. I think you got to go S tier for Marc Gasol just because of his three-point ability, his ability to space the floor really well with a 98 three ball, 97 mid-range. He's got a great jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs. He's really good offensively, and then also is an elite defender with a 92 block, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got a Hall of Fame anchor, box out beast, brick wall, interceptor, post lockdown, rebound chaser, Hall of Fame quick first step, Agent 3, catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless range, really good Hall of Fame finishing badges. And they also gave Marc Gasol 90 speed and 90 acceleration, so he's actually going to be a fairly fast card. So I do think Marc Gasol probably got to be in the S tier category. On the flip side of that though, I think De'Aaron Fox might actually have to be in the D tier category. He goes for I think around 70 to 80,000 MT right now, and he is a dark matter, but it's just jump shot is okay. Like, he's got a good release, but he's just 6'3" at the point guard position, gonna be a little bit undersized and doesn't have the best defense in the world and isn't some like crazy good offensive card like a Gilbert Arenas if we're comparing him to that. Pink Diamond Peter I think is probably gonna be an A tier, mainly just due to his size at the center position, 7'2" with a 7'10" wingspan. He's got a great player modeling game and also does have a great jump shot. So Peter I think is probably gonna be an A tier. Jalen Green is a hard one. Do you put him C or do you put him in the B tier category? I think maybe B tier. I do like Ousmane Dieng, I think maybe a little bit more. Jalen Green, a really athletic guard, being 6'6", only does have a 6'7" wingspan, but he's going to be super athletic with a 98 driving dunk, 98 vertical. He's super quick, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. He's going to be a dark matter card, so 30 Hall of Fame badges, which is obviously great to have. Jump shot wise though, I'm not the biggest fan of his release, and I think that's probably the biggest flaw for Jalen Green is going to be his jump shot, because he's got the trade fade, he's got the Garland size up, the Curry escape, Dame behind the back, he's got the quick chops off one, he's got front clutches, he's got some of the best dunk packages and all around great animations in game, but I do think that jump shot really does let him down. But I think I'll still put him in the B tier category. Big Z gotta go A tier, maybe even in the S tier category, just because of his size at the small forward and shooting guard position. If you thought Luol Deng had great size as small forward and shooting guard, he's only 6'9" compared to Galixopal Big Z, who's 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, and that's pretty much all you need to know about the Galixopal Big Z card. Jalen Brunson gotta be on the same tier as De'Aaron Fox, the exact same situation, just too undersized, only 6'2" at the point guard spot. Yes, he's gonna be decent offensively, but not a good defender, super undersized. I don't think Jalen Brunson can even dunk the ball, right? Or did he get that Evo? Maybe on his Dark Matter Evo, his second one, I think maybe he could dunk the ball a little bit better, because on his first Evo, he went from a diamond to an opal, then he went from an opal to a Dark Matter, and he had, okay, so yeah, he got that 80 driving dunk. Did he get a little bit higher? He didn't. So 80 driving dunk, at least he can dunk the ball, but I think Jalen Brunson going to be in the D tier category. J.R. Smith, I would throw in the B tier category alongside of Jalen Green. I think they're similar point guards. I'm not sure if J.R. Smith is better than a Jalen Green or an Ousmane Dieng, so I'm gonna keep him in the B tier category for now. Very similar to a card like Jalen Green, where they got great all-around animation, stats, badges, dunk packages. They're really good at attacking the basket, but their jump shots are going to be a little bit questionable. Kyle Kuzma, I really want to put in A tier because of his jump shot, and I think I will put him in A tier because of his release. I think he's still one of the better offensive threes in the game, has an amazing jump shot, good dribble sigs, and actually plays solid defense in game. So I think Kyle Kuzma going to be in the A tier category. KPJ, I would say in B tier alongside J.R. Smith, Jalen Green. I think he might actually be on the same level or even better than those point guard cards, just because of his jump shot being absolutely knocked down and one of my favorite releases in the game. I think Kyle Kuzma, KPJ are basically the same card, but at different positions, just have such good releases that make them top tier cards for being a buy now. But talking about Kevon Looney, I think you also got to put Looney in the B tier category, maybe even A tier, just because he's 6'9", 7'3" wingspan, a lot like Bam Adebayo, but he's got a way better jump shot and also way better dribble sigs. But I will put Kevon Looney somewhere in the B tier category. Hedo Turkoglu, I think you got to go at least A tier. He might honestly be an S. He's got great size at the point guard position, 6'10", with an amazing jump shot, the John Stockton base, the not Steph Curry upper. Wait, is it Steph Curry upper or Trey? Let me quickly check. I think it's the I just completely drew a blank. I think it's a Steph Curry, right? Or is it the Trey? It's a Trey. So John Stockton base with the Trey Young upper on very quick timing is an amazing jump shot. He's also got the Kyle Lowry size up, and he does have that Curry escape. So Hedo Turkoglu easily going to be in the A tier category. Another easy A tier buy now card is going to be the Dark Matter Brook Lopez. He might be an S tier. I do like Marc Gasol a little bit more than Brook Lopez at center, and also Marc Gasol can play the power forward spot. But I think Brook Lopez might get moved up to S tier later in the video, but I think Brook Lopez is pretty fair in A tier for now. Manu Ginobili, I would put on the same tier as a J.R. Smith, as a Jalen Green, as a KPJ. I think are all great athletic point guards, all very similar cards, but I do think they're going to be in the B tier category. Mitchell Robinson, I think he's also B tier. There's a lot of B and A tier cards on this type of tier list. I think he's got great size at the center position. He's 7'1", great player model, super athletic card, great defender, has every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game. So I think you probably got to go somewhere in the B tier category. Harold Miner, I think he's on that same tier as a KPJ, as a Ousmane Dieng, as a Manu Ginobili, J.R. Smith, Jalen Green. I think they're all going to be very similar point guards and all deserve to be in the B tier category. Chris Mullin, I will say, is going to be C tier. He just really doesn't do anything on the court at that high of a level. Like 6'7" at shooting guard's nice, 6'10" wingspan, but like he's an average defender at best. His jump shot's okay, his sigs are okay. Like he's just a very average card, so I think he's probably going to be in the C tier category. Ricky Davis, I'm still putting in A tier just because of his jump shot with the Seth Curry base, the Oscar Robertson upper. Still one of my favorite jump shots in the game, and I think he's still an elite 3 hunter. So Ricky Davis for me going to be an A tier. Jalen Rose, I would say A tier as well. He's 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, great defender, great at getting to the basket, has the perfect dribble sigs in the game. It just really depends if you do like his jump shot or not. Now, I will put Sabonis in C tier. I just want to say right away, everyone's going to disagree with me on this, and that's perfectly fine. It's just my opinion and my preference on this one because I just don't like the Sabonis card. I've used him a lot of times, and I just don't like the card because of his jump shot. I know a lot of people do like him and would probably actually have him in like the A tier category. For me, I would take Mitchell Robinson over Sabonis any day of the week. Like Tyson Chandler, he's also going to be in B tier. I would take Tyson Chandler easily over Sabonis, just for me personally. I'm not saying for everybody Tyson Chandler, Mitchell Robinson would be a better card than Sabonis. I'm just saying for me personally, I do think he's going to be in C tier. But I know a lot of people are probably just going to skip to the end of the video, see Sabonis in C tier, and then say, why is Sabonis in C tier? Like, this tier list is terrible, which makes sense. But if you actually understood my reasoning, it's just my preference. I don't like his jump shot, but if you do like his release and you can green him consistently, then I will agree he's easily in B or A tier card. Just in my opinion, he's got to be in C tier. Scalabrine, easy S tier, 100%. One of the perfect small forward cards in the game. I think him and AK are kind of on that same level at the small forward position, and I do think both deserve to be in S tier. Shea, I'm going to put Shane A tier for now. I think that's a really close debate between him and Hedo Turkoglu. And then we also do have Thurl Bailey, who I think is another A S tier type of buy now card. So now, guys, we have to move about like maybe 2 to 4 cards from the A tier category into S. I think the first one is going to be Thurl Bailey. I think the second one is going to be Brook Lopez. I think both those guys are amazing at their position. I think Hedo Turkoglu. And then am I crazy to say Shea as well? I kind of want to go Shea, but I don't know. I want to go Shea just because I really do like him at point guard. I just don't know. Can you go Shea in the A tier category or S tier category? And is there anybody I want to move maybe into the A tier spot? I don't know. Do I go Shea in S? I think Shane, it's really close. I don't know, because I really like this Shea card. I think he's on that Hedo Turkoglu type of level. I think maybe even better than a card like Hedo, depending if you do like his jump shot. So I'm going to go really high A tier for Shea, but I think he really could be in the S tier category. So let me know what you guys think about my bio card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.